Hello everyone, I'm back. So, let me check 1 second if the streams go well. So, let's continue to make this MED64 stuff. Okay, so as I was saying, there's this set defaults thing, which set defaults is probably a function from build sh or something like that, and that makes something that you can find on functions. Let me see, what's the name? Set underscore defaults. So in defaults.sh, that makes sense. We've got the set defaults. That's it, and it's set here. There's probably something about flavor, isn't it? LB Linux flavors. So if this is inside the set defaults function, then that explains. Okay, this is inside. So what you have here is the Linux flavors stuff. You know what I mean? And yeah, so this Linux flavors maybe I'm going to do another variable and that's it. So these Linux flavors so what I was saying. So one second, and I check my stuff. So where's my chat? I have a chat. Okay, So let's see if I managed to talk. So this is the what's the name? This is the default sh file with the set defaults function, set underscore default function, and this is setting up the LB Linux flavors. Alright. Well, this is a string, but it works as if it was an array. So I'm asking myself if I want to have LB Linux flavors something here, and that's it. You know what I mean? So the question is, we still have the same question, is when this did not go well, was it inside binary root fs? Was it inside binary packages list? Probably it's inside package list. So in many places where Linux flavors are used, I need to use the filtered Linux flavors, so that so that it makes sense. So this would be in binary syslinux and other places where it works with files. And in packages list, we just leave it like that so that it works. So this could be a way of doing this. So I'm going to open, so that I have it handy, I'm going to open this quick script file that I did before. Okay. So now the idea is to have this. Okay, so the new variable is not new LB Linux flavors, but LB filtered Linux flavors, or maybe file Linux flavors, Linux file flavors, file name flavors. Okay, so so I do not want to set and my test should be the Linux file name. So so this is what I want actually. So I want this to be filtered, and then I use the LB Linux file name flavors here, wherever it's needed. So this is what I want to do. So well, let's suppose this works. I'm going to do a quick run so that you can see that this is working. So yeah, it works. There's this space at the beginning, but I don't care. So now I'm going to the source code, which is somewhere, so it's here. But I had this terminal just for this. So here I've got many things that I have changed which is the binary and th-root, and there was something else. There was something else about there was something else about LB binary stuff. Linux image inside ch-root, but this one I have already modified it. So this is going outside. This is going outside. Okay. So now we only have this hit status only has this what's the name, mem pages, which somehow gets rebuilt each time you do the dpkg build package. So I don't care about them. So what I want to do, now that I'm quite confident about what I want to do, is to modify defaults in order. So I'm around here and I'm searching from Linux flavors and these loops. Okay, so this is the place where all the Linux flavors are set with the defaults, and this is where my code comes in. So I just need this, which is the Linux file name flavors, because it refers to a file and not a package. Okay, so what I'm doing here is to filter so that I remove the :med64 from the package. So now we will have this new variable, okay, which cannot be set, by the way. This cannot be set because this is kind of what's the name, internal variable. This cannot be set. It does not make sense. What you set is the LB Linux flavor. So I have this new variable. So I'm going to use this variable in the places where it's handling file names related to the flavors. Okay, so we are going to take our search favorite tool, which is kfind, and we're going to go into, so change along, I don't care. So default, that's the one we are modifying. th-root Linux image. Okay. th-root Linux image. So this is a package, so we just use the default value. We're not modifying this. Okay. So binary group legacy. Binary group legacy. Where are you? Linux flavors. So this, as you can see here, this is something about th-root boot. So this is the base name of, so everything around here. So it's LB Linux flavor. So the default flavor has something to do with the default kernel, and this is going to have problems. So this is a file name. So as this is a file name, we need to use this new variable, which is the one that has file name in it. So we need to change this into the file name 1. Okay, done. So find more files. So binary loopback CFG. Binary loopback CFG also has Debian Linux flavors. As you can see, this also has something to do with kernels, okay? Not with packages, with kernel files name. So here's this is kernel file name. This is also AMD64 so it has something to do with flavors. So let's check if there's now. That's the only two ones are here. So I'm going to copy the variable, the new variable, and I'm going to replace these two variables here. Okay. So here it is. Now it makes sense. You know what I mean? So the next thing to do is to, by the way, this VM Linux stuff should be replaced by something I found in the man pages about the kernel stuff, which I do not remember. So it was something about the kernel. What's something about the kernel? Let me see if there's something here. No. Because something about how do you craft the kernel name, so you could change it so that, I don't know, maybe Ubuntu has another way of, yeah, that was the Debian Ubuntu stuff. So what's something like image, Linux image or something. So yeah, maybe it was Linux PO. Maybe it was this one, but no, I'm not sure. This was Linux image. Maybe the one about defaults. I don't know. Okay, let's focus what I had here. Let's focus again. So we already need, so binaries is Linux. So binaries is Linux. It's going to be the same thing, I guess, which is look for LB Linux flavors. Okay, so this is, yeah, so this is about flavor. This is counting flavor, so that's mother, and this one is about changing flavor around here. So I think that this is what you need here is the file one. Okay, so maybe what we need to do is to change. Oh my god, we're not receiving data. Yeah, you are receiving data. Okay, so maybe I was thinking that this is too much places where I'm changing the Linux flavor, so maybe I could do it the other way, so that somewhere where Linux flavors are used, change and do something like package Linux flavors or something like that. You know what I mean? But so that will mean that when you search, there should be another one where this is set. Maybe it's config or installed. No, but that does not make sense. So maybe it's okay. So sys Linux image. Okay, so here this is not working. So I have this replace to Control R, but it's not working. So I'm not sure. So what I want to change is to use. I want to use this one. Okay, so it's done, and so I continue to search. So this is the root Linux image. So wait a moment, please. Okay. So apparently, if you pause Super Simple Screen Recorder and you unpause it, it goes nuts and it blows. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so I'm back. So I was changing and asking myself if maybe I should change this somewhere else, the Linux flavor stuff. Okay, so maybe in defaults there's something because maybe there's something I'm missing here in defaults about the Debian Linux flavors, which is the architectures. No, I don't think so. Okay, so I was saying that so I'm using binary 6 Linux. I think I have already changed it. So now there's this root Linux image. So let's see. So this one also. Wait a moment. Are you kidding me? Okay. So every time I do Control R, I'm running a hotkey for simple screen recorder that pauses the stream. And that might explain why my stream was so bad before, because I managed to cut the stream myself without even knowing it. You know what I mean? Okay, so YouTube is not receiving enough. I think this should be fixed soon. So now I can search for this, but this is not okay. So as you can see here, this is the place where I want the packages one, because Linux image. So maybe this should be the only place where I should be fixing this. So this is the place where I do not change this root Linux image. Because I want package flavor with I want this to go into package.chroot. Okay, it seems it says this not receiving enough video. Let me cancel. Let's see if now YouTube likes my stream, because currently it does not like it. YouTube is not receiving enough. Why? What's the problem with you? Why? What's the problem? Yeah. Okay. Well. So viewers will experience buffering. Okay. Okay. Let's go out. Okay. Okay. Now the health is good. Now I have the control R disabled, so this is going to work well. So I was saying that I do not need to change anything here because I want the right package to be saved here. So let's see if this is the right thing to do. If this is the right thing to do, I think I will switch the logic so that this is package Linux flavors, and so that it makes more sense in order so that we don't have to change in many places at the same time, because else it's nuts. You know what I mean? It's nuts. So there's also config. Okay, so let's take a look at the config. So I guess that if you look for LB Linux flavors, so here it's set and based on the config stuff. Okay, and there's something more, which is installer, Debian installer. We will check what we have around here. So if you take a look and you search for live build, what's the name? LB stuff, LB Linux flavors. Okay, so here default flavor. So I think that what you want to have here is the file name 1. Okay, so what you want to have here is the one about quickest this one. So I'm going to change it. So wait a moment, like this, and this is going to be like this, although I think that so okay, so we have done it. So if I'm not mistaken, the only place where I should be modifying this is the chroot Linux image. That's the only place where it makes sense to put a new package thing, which will be this doing so this so what's the so the package 1 will be this one, which will be the original one, and then I will change the file name so that it's, well, we will see later, because else I'm changing a lot of stuff where it should not be changed. You know what I mean? And so first of all, we're going to test if this is working. So I'm going to do this to make Rescatux, but first of all I'm going to install this CPU limit stuff so that I can somehow CPU limit stuff. Okay. And so yeah, so the idea is to, okay, how the hell I'm supposed to use this? So CPU touch it, so it is a PID path. Absolute path name of executable program file, but same as E. And what's E? Okay, so E and L. Okay, so I guess what I want is 300. Okay, so let me see if I manage to. So it was something like that. So as I have 3 CPUs, it will be okay. Yeah, so CPU limit. No touched process found. Wait a moment. Assuming that you have started food bar. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So first of all, you make this stuff about make Rescatux, and then in another, so in the same th root, you can search for this, and I can CPU limit I will just use the PID. It's going to be easier. So the PID is this one, and then my limit is like this. Process. Okay. So that's it. So this is going to avoid having 100% and should be only 350. Okay. So this is not going to work. So I should probably cancel this. Hopefully it likes so. Yes, I think so. So I have made all the changes, but if I do not, and this is another thing that did not work. Control R. Control R did not work for reverse search because it was pausing my simple screen recorder. Oh my god. Okay, so once I have this, I can just install the same package once again, and now I have the changes. Now it makes sense to test my new live build changes because I have built and I have installed it into my th root, so it makes sense. Okay, and now I can run the CPU limiter stuff so that it does not affect too much to the simple screen recorder CPU. So this is the one here. Okay. Now I would like to talk to Casimir. No, Casimir was not his name. Casimir or something like that. Because this is so funny that it was the Control R which was stopping my stream more than it, yeah, more than it should do it. So now we're going to check that this change works, so that I get a full working ISO. And then the next thing that I want to do is to go back here and change the logic so that what now it's in LB Linux file name flavors, it should be named LB Linux flavors, because that's what everyone uses. and we need a new LB package, so LB Linux package flavors, which is the one which will be used by THRoot Linux image, which I think it's the one who use it and put it here, and then later on they say, oh, there are no packages around here, this and that. But first of all, what we need to do is to check that our current patch is working. Once it's working, I think that my final hack will be ready, and I could make a commit, and I will push it to my repo, so that I can get a pull request from Rafael. You know what I mean? So that it makes sense. So okay, so I leave you with the build system, and because there's nobody talking in the chat, maybe yes, and then not. Okay, yeah, there's nobody talking in the chat. And what about Debian Live IRC? There's nobody else. And I'm going to check some stuff around here. So, okay. So this is going to be better. My streams are going to be better, because when I do Control R, the stream is not going to pause. So I'm quite happy with that. So yeah. So I'm hesitant to make a change. So maybe I could make a branch here, which I'm going to use probably. So this would be a foreign. So now I'm in foreign. Okay, what was it? Now I'm in a foreign architecture support. So yeah. So foreign architecture. Okay, how do I foreign architecture support? What's the name? TMP1. Let's see. But I'm not sure. So foreign architecture support. What's the name to foreign architecture support? Quick test. Okay. And now I can commit this thing, which I'm not very proud of, but that. So hit the status, grab scripts. Okay, grab what was the like this man pages. Yeah. So this is about functions default. So let's see the diff. This is grep legacy, loopback CFG, sys Linux, and Debian installer. So I'm going to save all of this stuff. So this is my new code, and then all of these changes so that it uses the file name 1. This is, I don't like it, so hopefully we're going to remove it. So, and will be a commit which is added foreign architecture file name support to Linux kernel flavors. So amend. That means that you can set Linux flavors as, and it will work and install the MD64 kernel alongside the E3 system. Okay, so this will be, so this is, as I say, this is the foreign architecture support quick test. Okay, but I want to do the right one in the foreign architecture support. So I'm going to the foreign architecture support branch, and I will begin to work there with my new setup. And in the meanwhile, we will wait. Okay, so now this should be doing something about this. So as you can see, this is not taking all my CPUs, so it should take up to 350. So it's not taking, but anyways, my system monitor says 99%, so I'm not sure. So my CPU is 99%, so maybe I should put this into 250. Yeah, so 250. Let me check. So 250. Is this working any better? 250. I'm not sure. Okay, so this is this the same? No. So it seems I have to choose the exact PID. Okay, so now this is 250, so my system is not going to suffer when building this mkey squash fs. Okay, it's not going to take all of my CPU, so it's supposed that my audio should be better now. Okay, so actually stream says that it's not doing so well, but let me check. Maybe. Okay, so now it's from red to brown, and now I'm going to put this into 200, and yeah, so now it's going to do 200, and maybe this is going to be better even. So I'm going to cancel the stream. I go back and I think that everything. So now I'm back with 200 CPU used, and well, simple screen recorder is recording, but there's free CPU time, and now I'm waiting for yeah, so I'm waiting for YouTube. So YouTube says that it's good. So when building, I will set this up to 200, SquashFS 200, so that the stream goes well. Okay, so I can go out from this. So as I'm testing the CPU, the stuff. I can go here and I can go I can go here and I can check what I wanted to do, which was the LB Linux packages stuff, LB Linux flavors, and here you've the LB Linux flavors ended. So I have this quick script that well worked in some way. So this is what I was doing. So the Linux okay, let me am I supposed, yeah, I'm supposed to indent this. So apparently we need to indent with actual tabs. I do not want to mess with my editor setting, so I'm doing this manually because I don't want to think too much about this. I know I can modify Cabrite in order to do this. Okay, so now what is my my take on this? So first of all, I use, okay, I had something here. Yeah, here there is. So first of all, I'm going to define this thing. So take a quick look. So this is going to be the package Linux flavors, which is going to be the default one. So I want this. Wait a moment. I want this one. So this is going to be the default one. I mean the old default one. Okay. And now the Linux flavors, it's going to be deleted and rebuilt out of the package ones. So the package ones, as you can see, and so this is the new one which has to be rebuilt. So we change it here and we change it here. Okay. Filter package. So this could be package filter flavor. Okay. So package filtered flavor. That means that package it's removed. And so once you have removed it, you are done. Package filtered flavor. So Linux flavors has been redo thanks to, yeah, it has been redo because here it's empty, and it's been redo based on his own old data. Okay, so this is one change. Okay, and the other change is in there's root Linux image, which instead of using LB Linux flavors, it should be using this new variable, which is LB package Linux flavors. Okay, so wait a moment, I don't know where I am. So here it is, LB package Linux flavors. So that's it. That should be my change. You know what I mean? And this can be saved like this or not. I don't think I care too much, so let's close without saving. Okay, so that's it. So this should be the fix, the nice fix, the elegant fix. So, which is the minimal one. So the stream is good. Nice. So so here, let's see, where am I? So hit status head. So I'm in the foreign architecture support stuff. So let's see the functions default and the scripts built for a Linux root Linux image. Was it? Yeah. So this is the changes that I'm doing here, as you can see. So I'm adding these two files and I'm doing the commit. So hit commit, which is going to be added foreign architecture, but hit branch. I can go into the quick test, this one, and I will copy the, so I go here and I copy my description because it's far better than the one I have in the, yeah, so in the one. So hit checkout foreign architecture support. So my last commit, I amend it. Now I can copy and paste this thing around here. So added foreign, that means that you can set Linux flavors as okay. So I'm not sure if this should be documented somewhere. I don't think so, because the flavor is, yeah, maybe it should be documented, but I'm not sure where and how. Maybe instead of Linux flavors I should be using LB Linux flavors or something. You can set flavors. So make Rescatux, which is here, defines these Linux flavors, and this is used in make common, maybe somewhere. Yeah, so you can define Linux flavors. Okay, so I will use this. There's also the variable. There's also a variable somewhere else that you can define, if I'm not mistaken, but I will just use the switch. And it will work, and it will install the images on them. Can send it, yeah. You can see in it's a system, and it will install a system. Okay. Added foreign architecture file name support, foreign architecture package support. Added as a fixed, because this fixed foreign architecture package, foreign architecture package support. This problem originated in Stretch, where AMD kernel is not part of E360 architecture. arch repo, default repo. So it needs to be fetched from MED64 repo. So first of all, you need to enable MED foreign architecture in your Ethereum system, thanks to the PKG stuff. So let me search for the thing. Maybe I have it somewhere written down. Yeah, here it is. Here there is. Why isn't there? Okay. So copy and paste. Once you have done this, thanks to this commit, now you can set Linux. Thanks to this commit, now you can set as and we install them anyway alongside the okay, so this should be the commit stuff. Okay, this is doing stuff, so installing sys Linux and so on. So I'm going to what's the name? I'm going to build a package for the sake of it, because I'm pretty sure this is the right thing to do. So I build it. And then I install it. Okay, but I need to install it after I have built this. So let's see if setting up ISO Linux, maybe this is trying to limit something, CPU, or is there any other problem? Why this is taking so much? Maybe setting up ISO Linux, maybe I have run out of space. I'm not sure. I don't think I have run out of space, but this bothering me. Setting up ISO Linux. So you want to install that package so that I don't forget to install it. Okay, so it's supposedly it's running, but I do not understand why setting up ISO Linux should be so long. Maybe I should remove the CPU limit stuff, and so CPU watch and throttle child processes. Process killed used. Restore a process killed used the K. What? How are you supposed to restore a plugin? what the hell is going on here? So send an alternative signal to the watch it process when we exit. Default is sick count. Sick count is not sick kill, but sick count. So you pause it and you continue. Is this paused? Has this process about how do I know if this process has been paused? Will be pausing it? Something I do not understand. So CPU limit BID like this, limit 400. Why is this paused? What's the do I need to press enter? Okay, so what? Each time you control C, I mean, do you actually, okay, so let's suppose, so okay, that I do not want to think about this. Why the hell the process has been going nuts? I don't this make no sense. Okay, so make a dir. So this I'm going to create a directory with the quick test def, which is the one live build 2000 stuff. So I move it to the quick test def. So this is the one about which we had modified so many files, and no, that's not the one. This is the new one. So now if I wanted to search the installed one, I had to go to barlib. Okay, so doesn't matter. I'm going to where are you? So I'm going to install this one, which is the new one, which is the L1 one, which we are just modifying 2 files. Okay, and we will just run the make Rescatux thing. That's it. And we will pray for that everything goes well, because else I don't know what I'm going to do. So this one should be the one about the so if I take a look at the user live life stuff, build script source, what the hell? If I take a look at defaults, function defaults, function, so build, we had something about functions, but I'm not sure if it's here. What's the default? 1, 2. So maybe it's in share life, build functions, and so defaults. So here we will see if we have the right package install. So these are the Linux flavors, and here there is the one about package Linux flavors. Okay, so this is what. Okay, this has going. Unable to locate package Linux image ABD64. Don't do that. Don't do that. So this is the theatroot install packages. Wait a moment. I'm not sure what make Rescatux has here. Okay, so it has the right name. So unable to locate Linux image AMD64, and this is happening in the theatroot install packages. The theatroot install packages so I do not know what the hell I'm supposed to do here. Theatroot package list install. Theatroot package list install. There's nothing about these Linux flavors. Why should I care? So the only one that makes this change is the one about, yeah, the one we change. Okay, so we're going to test the other build. This is very easy, but I do not believe that this is not working. So this is the one that I like. 2 files that I have modified, and this is the one I do not like, that a lot of files modified. So let's go to the one I do not like, and if it's the one which is going to work, then we'll have to. So okay, so I build a package. Okay, and now I'm going to install, but I'm going to do something smart that I have not thought about before, which is the dpkg-i, dpkg-i, here it is, but from the bottom directory, that way I don't have to change so much. So okay, so now we are on this status in this branch, which is the quick test that I do not like, but maybe it's the only way that this works without making me mad. So now we are back to the stuff where I had this Linux file name flavors for most everything, where we removed stuff. But it seems that I do not know where these Linux flavors are used. Yeah, it seems I do not know where these Linux flavor are used actually. Oh, this is LB Linux flavors. Yeah. So it seems that I do not know where is it used. So there's somewhere where they get converted into package names so that they get installed, and I was convinced that it was on the chroot Linux image. So I was convinced, so this is the old version, so I was using the package Linux flavors so that it used the colon MED64 in their names, but it's not working apparently. And so this is what it's going to do right now. So it's going to use the default ones, and that's it. So probably there's something else which I'm missing. Yeah, which I'm missing miserably. Maybe it's this one, Linux packages. Maybe there's something about Linux packages. So let me search here, Linux packages. Maybe there's something that I have not thought about. So as you can see, it's in defaults. So LB Linux packages. Maybe what it's used is Linux packages. So yeah, so Linux image. I don't know. So maybe this is the one with Linux image, but I do not know. So let's search more stuff. So binary Linux image also uses this. Okay, so we will check what the hell is this about. So if you don't have any Linux packages, you don't build a binary image. Okay. Root Linux image config root Linux image. Yeah, so it's, I guess it's, yeah, it's this one and the other one. Yeah, that's it. And the config one, which I get, is the one about parsing it. So yeah, so it's this one, which it's not going to have any other thing. So we just define it and that's it. You know what I mean? So that's something that, yeah. So I'm left with root hooks, hacks, so on. So that's what I'm doing right now. Let's see if the quick test one wants the party, but I think I'm missing it something, because my other alternative was supposed to work. It was supposed to work, unless there's something here which I'm not, which maybe there's something before, which here, like, I do not know, mean. So there's the defaults. Yeah, set red configuration. Okay, where am I? I was reading the faults. No, I don't know what it was. Yeah, so this is chroot Linux image, but pretty sure that I do not use this. Okay, so stretch, putting stretch. Okay. Squash fast boot attempts already installed. Squash boot. Do you mean install from a Debian Live CD? Okay, so let's see how it builds. So I will have to check. So copy and chroot. I will have to check somewhere. How does it work? So, but I'm not sure. So this is building stuff. So let's wait for it to build. This is worrying, but I have run out of ideas on. Okay, so this is Squash FS. So let's see if I can. Okay, so I'm not going to Control C this because last time it didn't go so well, or maybe yes, because I think this is not. Yeah, this is not the one. So px, so the Squash FS. So we're going to put 200 so that it does not consume too much CPU. So yeah, I'm checking it and it's working. Well, yeah, sort of. Live boot goes into live build umbrella, I think. Although okay, so this is building stuff and CPU limit is working quite well, and hopefully this means that everything's going to work well. So okay, so it's building. What's the really best way to theach root when upgrade? Simple kernel to upgrade, and of course. What's the really best way to theach root when it grows? But if I'm not mistaken, the kernel is outside your th, so it needs to be outside of it. Okay, so this is building quite well. Okay, you can embed MB Linux. Really? Can group to read into squashfs file? I'll load both kernel and okay, so I'm talking with computing land. I didn't know that. Rescatux. Okay, I'm I see. Well, okay. So, okay. File system.squashfs to run Blawless squashfs. I'm talking with someone from Debian Live, Debian Live stuff, Debian Live IRC channel. He's trying to okay. This is too boring. Okay, finally something new. So hopefully it does not go nuts whenever it ends. So here it should be ended. Okay. Hopefully it setups isoliner right, and we are happy, every one of us. Yeah, it varies. Okay. So hopefully this is going to boot. Well, that's the so the loopback.cfg. Loopback. Okay, so syslinux is Linux setting up. Okay, it seems that something is happening. So it works. It seems to me that this is working better than it used to. So I'm quite happy. Oh, I think I am happy, but we will see. Yeah. And if you like, I'm streaming its development. What's the wait a moment, what do I have? Yeah. Okay, so now it's building, and hopefully it's going. Okay, I think this is going to go well, so I'm going to say yes and yes. Okay, oh, I haven't changed the version number. Well, doesn't matter. So hopefully finally we have managed to build this with this branch that I do not like. Discussing with my colleagues. Okay. So okay, so here in the release, Rescatux release, we have this new ISO. It's going to check that it's from today. Yeah, that's current day and hour, and it's under 600 megabytes. So let's test this finally if it's going to work or not. I was waiting for this to work a lot of time, so let me check if this is in the right folder. So new Rescatux repo and live build. Wait a moment. I have live build and what's this? I think I should yeah, I should remove this. Okay, but it's going to care about this. So Rescatux release, and this is the ISO I want to use. So finally, is this going to work? I mean, it's going, if it's boots to the, wait a moment, where the hell? Okay, if this is booting into okay, so F12. Oh, okay, it has. Wait a moment. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. So this is working, but somehow somehow the selected color is the same one of the, so right now the selected one is the one which is not seen. Yeah, but has some library stuff and it's not easily reused. I have seen many group to in a USB key projects in GitHub. Okay, so now the selected one is the Linux system, so live system without fail-safe mode. You have to trust me. And then, as you can see, it's Debian live name, so we are in the right ISO. So let's see what happens with all of this. I'm quite thrilled, as the Grammarly guys says. There's a Grammarly ad. You don't see that you're cited. You're supposed to see yeah, well, you can reuse build scripts to make your own disks. They are better than anything I have seen, unless you want to stay on your own distro. Then you use distro package source code, hack it if needed, and rebuild. What the hell? It's working! Oh my god! This is working! Can you believe it? But somehow I feel that the resolution of my screen is not, it's not, but it is. So can you believe this is working? Let me check YouTube how the hell the screen is looking, because I'm not sure this is the right thing. Okay, so let's do a quick check and see if this new Linux stuff works out of the box. Giant mbr mfea continues to squash your files. Yeah. Okay. If you build from upstream, check supergroup to disk source code. Building stuff in sudo, installing stuff in order to build the right okay, so this is the FE okay, Ubuntu. Okay, so this is the order. I don't care the order, so it's going to do some stuff. Well, I'll be living in minutes, but I'm quite often in around here. Okay, so file system check is okay. Group configuration is okay. Wait a moment, why there was 2 entries if I had installed 2 kernels? UEFI bootloader, so everything went okay, but I'm not. Okay, so let me so I'm going to push this into origin because it works, although I do not like it. And I'm going also to be pushing the other one. But well, I will publish whatever. Maybe I can just move git move, git rename. What's this git move? I don't remember how to remove. So quick test 2. No. So what I'm looking for, so it's git rename branch. Yeah, how do I rename it? Git branch -m. Okay. Branch. So now I can push this quick test too. Okay, so let's go back into here and let's I do not know, let's sleep deprivation. Okay, so let me search here. So this has boot with AMD64. Okay, and what do we have on the ISO? Okay, I have the 686. Okay, let me. There should. I mean, there's something about the medium. Okay, let me search. There should be something the medium mounted somewhere, but I don't remember what's the exact name. Yeah. So apparently live mount medium. It's it's the ISOs. So if I take a look at ISO Linux TFG, I will see what the hell it's been done here. So this was reading the menu.tfg, and the menu.tfg, it's okay. What's do not modify this, so standard menu. Okay, this is standard menu, but there's the live menu. It's live TFG. What's okay? So Rescatux MED64, Rescatux MED failsafe, and these are the wait a moment. So apparently Rescatux. So apparently in live there should be a VM Linux 1 and 2. And there are here 2, or 1 and 2, and in it are the 1 and 2. So why is it maybe that maybe it works and it shows everything, but I do not see it because it's not okay, let's reboot and check if this is working right. So F12. Okay, so oh my god. What? Somehow group the yeah, I had the feeling that this might be happening. So somehow the Raphael or whatever has managed to put the default background into group. So this is group and it only has 2 entries. So probably the problem is on the problem is on group. So let's take a quick look at what it's inside this group stuff, and we will just take a look at it. I hope not. I guess that there's something wrong in. So there's something wrong. So let's Rescatux live build fixes while porting to Stretch. So here we have the AMD flavor support, and group should support Linux flavors as it did back in the day in Jessie. So okay, so let's see. So I have somewhere. So okay, maybe there's not support for loopback.cft, and but yes, there was. So mount, grab, what's the name? Medium. So now I go into leaf mount medium, and so I want to know what the hell is here. So there's the lifeboat stuff going on here, and that's it. And let me check, wasn't there a loopback.cfg? Yes, there is a loopback.cfg. So it sources the group.cfg. But this is not doing stuff. So now I'm curious to see what the hell was in loopback.cfg. But I do not want to go this road, so function, so scripts build binary loopback.cft. Okay. So this has the file name flavors, and I guess that okay, look at this, 486 486, really? What the hell? .486? When the hell do I wrote this code? So this should be 686. Yeah, that's it. Maybe even if it's all of the code, it's based on 486 kernel, but yeah, it should be 686, and that's what we find inside the th root. So if you take a look at live, yeah, it's 686. So yeah, this needs to be fixed, and then it will work as expected. So I guess I can do a quick fix on this, but in a different branch. But I don't want to I don't want to take care of this too much. But yeah. Probably I don't know if it will fix the thing about background being weird, so I will have to find yeah. So I guess the default settings are for dark what's the name, dark background, and my background is white, but at least you know that it's this thing. So okay, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to do a commit. I'm going to publish it. I'm going to create a root branch, and I'm going to try to publish it and stuff. But so don't rely on me explaining too much stuff right now, because I'm tired and I'm sort in a hurry. So we are here in the quick test, which is the one which did not work. So so what we want here is so then there's the 8x6 pi thing, which could also be supported, but I do not know if it's worth it to be supported. So okay, so what are we going to do? So I go back to master. I create what's going to be called this loopback CFG 6 kernel support on multi-arch. Yeah, a kernel support. Yeah, this is not right. I have to create it. So now what I want to do, I want to I want to find for this and put this one. So, and well, if you want to do pi, you patch it yourself, because this is going to be something. So I want to replace this one and this one, and that's it. So I mean, everything else is, it's so obvious. So the kernel, you know what I mean? Yeah, so this should work with 666. So I can save it, and now I can go here and I can add this file, which is the binary loopback CFG. Look at this. So I say I add it, and I say updated binary loopback CFG, so that it uses stretch 6 in kernel instead of old 461, because somehow in Jessie I had this one. I'm not sure. So okay, now it works. I mean, now it should work. So which is the current branch? I'm not going even to test it before going into public. So now I'm going to go into hit checkout master, and I'm going to create hit checkout. Well, this is going to be let's say beta 1. What's the name of the ISO? My last release is okay. Yeah, so this is probably going to be, so this is going to be TMP, and then we will see. So this is okay. So now we are on this branch, which is based on master. If I did it right. So here I am master, and I make this branch based on master. So I merge the where is it? I merge the one about the quick test 1, which is the one which works, and I merge the one about the loopback 684 kernel support. Here there is, and I do not want to, and that's it. So now I can build the package, which is going to work. Now I can install this new package, which is always the same one. Okay, and now I can build. But now that I'm at it, I'm going to modify the version so that Rescatux is like this, so that I have another ISO with these changes. But anyway, I don't care too much about the version. So yeah, so now the 686 should be detected and so on, and I will stop the stream here because I'm tired and I have to do some things, some personal stuff. So yeah, so that's the thing. That's the thing. Okay, so I could add PAE support if there's PAE kernels around here, which we can search. I don't know, maybe here apt-get search Linux image, and I suppose, yeah, so you know that you could have this flavor, which is PAE, but yeah. Wait a moment, this is a meta package. This is a meta package. What the hell does mean? Maybe that's not what it seems to be. Because does it work like this? This package, okay. Why provides and depends on Linux. Okay, yeah, so it's a meta package the same way that this one is a meta package. So finally it depends on this one. But I wanted to add the pay one. So yeah. Okay, yeah, it's not so easy the support because I could have several ones. Yeah, and then the function is here, and we, yeah. Auto detective MD 64 is supported. Oh, what the hell? Maybe that's the reason why. No, that was to detect if no, but this is menu entry, so the entries should be there. Okay, so this is the auto entry, but the auto entry is not going to work if this number is 2. So yeah. So this has the auto entry, then I guess that the normal entries are put somewhere, maybe here. Yeah. So kernel here, live stuff. So even if the auto will work with ABD and 686, but it won't work with 686 Pi, but you will still have the entry. So I won't be working on adding PAE support, physical address extension. I think that was the name. So this is building. So Rescatux is working. Wait a moment. What has happened here? Login. This is this a screen saver with login login and password? Oh my god, I should not have this in my so I wanted to check the stuff about the chat, so I ran the chat, which is the X chat, and I maybe also want to check if some unlock is here, but it should be here. Okay, so here I am. Hello from a Stretch Live CD. So, okay. Okay, so I want to check. So the chat stuff. So maybe this is one thing. So config xchat. Okay, so this xchat.conf yeah, so this xchat.conf that has, wait a moment. So the other day I was thinking on how the whole Rescap was done. So let's go 1 second here. So the helpers plugins chat run. Okay, so open. As you can see here, I create this xchat directory and I put all of this stuff. So if you use Rescap in your own computer, it's going to blow away your xchat configuration without asking you. Well, if you run it if you run it as a normal user, you know. So okay, so yeah, it needs to be fixed. Some yeah. So fix rescap. Going to write in on xchat. So I guess that if you do something like man xchat and you check for what's the name, yeah, use different config directory. Okay, so I need to create a temporary directory and go there, and that's it. Yeah, that's what I need. Else I'm writing the home, and I do not want anyone to be angry at me because I write into their home, because yeah, this was supposedly to be for Rescatux. So yeah, so okay, so we don't have the copy stuff, dear path. Okay, so I think we are done. So this is going to be building the new version based on Stretch, which by using what's the name, by using group, it should boot into, it should show all the entries, MED64 486 and the auto entry. And let's see this same ISO, the other one which I have built from a BIOS only system. So this is the ISO, and I'm using this release, which is Stretch, even if it's the same version as the one which is currently published, which is not Stretch. So is it not? Okay, so as you can see here, this is syslinux. The auto entry, it's not there, but I think it makes sense because syslinux did not have an auto entry. Seriously, did not have it. I have my doubts. So syslinux, binary syslinux, didn't I manage to put also here an auto option? Are you sure? Wasn't there one? Let me check. Was there something that? So okay, so asterisk. Let me search for auto. No, there's no auto. Okay, so maybe it's something from my own. Maybe it's something. Oh, this is still starting. So maybe this is something from. So ISO Linux auto entry. I'm pretty sure that there was something about this, but why the hell do I not? Okay, so now I have put it with AMD64. Name AMD64. Okay. Now I will put with 3x86 for these people that. So 686. So let's put. So yeah. Quite convinced that I had this auto stuff. So if I go here, live build, which I'm currently in the one about Rescatux stuff. If I go into the last one, which what's the one like this one, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Commit your changes over stash. Well, I don't care about these files, so I'm going to do like this, perhaps. Okay, so now is this going to work? I don't know what this does with C differences. So this is the differences, so I'm not sure. Flavors. Tweak the group theme to reuse the syslinux background. Okay, this is the place where I had found this background, the syslinux background. So okay, so for flavor in so maybe I did not have. So this is the new one and this is the old one. I mean, this is what there is in Debian right now, and this is what I had back in the day. And apparently there is not such a thing as auto. So maybe I have or had the ISO Linux stuff with some custom files, so that it had the auto stuff manually. Or maybe I'm not checking the right. Maybe I'm not checking the right. So here this case flavors 1 or asterisk, and yeah. So it's quite strange that, well, maybe syslinux, ISO Linux does not have this option for checking the boot. But well, I'm not sure about this. hit branch, so hit checkout. Maybe if you go into the Linux one or whatever, it's arch detect rebased art detection. So maybe if I compare this one with this one, it tells me something. Hit diff. Wait a moment. Hit checkout, hit diff. Okay, that explains why. So this is make file, lose it. Oh my god, there are so many changes here. Is there something about syslinux that we can take a look at? Will be syslinux. Okay. I don't know. I will have to check better next time. So let's go back to the hit checkout. What's the current this one? Oh yeah. So I think this has finished. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it has finished. So now I can close this because I no longer need it. Or was I trying to check if 464 worked here? I do not remember. Okay, yeah, 686 works. So that's nice. Okay, so I close here and I go into the FE1 and I check the one which is based on a stretch. By the way, I have to change. This should be 60 because we change from, this is a big change, so this is should be 60. So I'm going to change this somewhere. Yeah, beam version, this needs to be 61 beta 1. Yeah, because we change it to stretch the 50. Okay, so here, so there's the auto detect entry and fail safe. Okay, so let's go into the auto detect and see what happens here. But there's something wrong. There's something wrong on. So flavor support scripts should to Linux flavor. And also normal entries which are no longer there. There's something is broken. Something is broken. You trust me. Okay, so now uname -a, so this is AMD64, so mount medium, and so if I go here and I take a look at boot group CFG, here I can see what happens. So there's the auto detect, and we have one or the another one, and there's nothing about the Rescatux name. And I think I managed to put Rescatux name around here somewhere somehow, so I'm not sure. Yeah, but as you can see, there's no and this one is not fail-safe one, it's not an auto one, but it seems like the 686 it's not there, so you can add more entries like this. Okay, this is strange. I will have to dig on this, why this is not working as expected. So live build issues is this one, which is kind of fixed, sort of fixed, and this is in the works. Not sure if I had implemented this in the past. We have to check this. So that's it. Okay, so in live build, so finally this is building. So based, so first quick idea, make a bootable functional stretch live CD events to, okay, it works. And we could check the what was the yeah, so this does not have Linux support. It's supposed to be working by default in live build. Okay, so we are going to end the stream. So yeah, that's all for today, so enjoy. I'm not going to upload this stretch ISO yet because I will have to build it as another version or so I don't care too much. Yeah, I'm going to build it with the new version name, and yeah, so I'm going to remove, where are you? I'm going to remove from here. I'm going to remove all of this actually, because why? I do not need them. And I'm going to build this now that I have this version, which is the next one, because we are based on, so I'm going to build it and we will see what happens. Okay, so okay, stream finishes here, so enjoy. I hope that you have enjoyed the stream and you have learned something from it. So, oh, I wasn't paying attention to the RSC. Finishing it. Okay, so stop streaming. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure I want to stop streaming. Bye bye.